think I did cry actually.
Oh my gosh. Like another girl, and I basically...
no.
You cheated on me! He said I was tainting the family blood.
If I could tell you, I would. Honestly, no secrets, but
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amy.
Hey guys, my name is Jordan. Today's Thanksgiving!
Today it's episode 3 of Boba Chats.
And we have Thai tea boba. Cheers!
Cheers!
Is there something after there's nothing to say? We're just moving in circles, but we're losing our shape. Oh, where did all the good things go?
In today's episode, we're gonna be talking about growing up Asian.
I guess the difference here is I might be put to like a Korean standard. I don't know, it might be similar to your standard.
Might be different actually. Chinese American versus
Korean American. We both love boba.
growing up, we had certain beauty ideals. I mean, everyone does of their own culture.
Bruh. You already know Korean people love their plastic surgery.
I think that one Asian beauty standard is like the porcelain skin.
Yeah.
You can't get tan. That's like not a good look. Growing up, I just wanted to be tan.
Oh.
And I would get in trouble over...
If you got tan. I would tan so quick, but I hated it. And I hated it because my mom taught me to hate it, you know?
Yeah, random story. Our noses are flat.
Right.
And so growing up, my mom would always pinch the bridge of my nose.
Oh my gosh.
She did that too?
In 2 spots. This because I have a wide nose and this for the bridge. But
Pointy.
there's nothing there. What you pinching, right? My mother had surgery on that part of her nose. She like took cartilage from her ear and she placed it there somehow. She really pushed for me to get that surgery. If I do that, like my eyes kind of look weird. I want that look. Can you guys see?
Zoom in on that.
Tell me.
I mean, I feel like... I don't know, actually. I never thought about that. They'll have a way to not make that happen.
Yeah. It's just not worth it in my opinion. Like, why spend money on changing the way you look?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, moral of the story is I don't think we should.
But you're blessed because you have a double eyelid, but I don't know if you know, a lot of people get the surgery for double
it's a very
eyelids.
popular surgery.
Yeah, so that's something my mom's been asking me to do since like 8th grade. But I love my monolids. It's
I
love
love
my
that.
eyeliner on.
Yeah.
I
That's
honestly,
better.
oh thank you. I mean, I've definitely encountered racism early on the streets, like just walking around Manhattan and stuff. Like
yes.
people will be like, "Ni hao," or like "Ching chong," or you know,
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
like, "For why? For what? Like, what do you need from
Always.
me?"
Go back to
Oh,
film
yeah.
insert country name. I remember instances, you know, they did the eye thing.
Who did that to you?
Just random kids, you know, on the playground thing, and I'm down there, and then they would be doing that stuff, and I'm like, this really hurts my feelings.
Did you cry?
Yeah, I think I did cry actually.
Oh my gosh.
I think one point I wanted to bring up was like food. Like, did you ever bring in food from home for lunch and then it like got very weird or uncomfortable? It happened to me. You know, I'm all happy bringing in food from home and I open it and then it's like, not that it smells bad, but it's just like a unique smell compared to the regular lunches.
Right.
And then kids would like, oh, what is that? And yeah, ever since then I was like, oh, tell my grandma, I don't want to bring this ever again.
Oh, I never really brought school lunch unless it was kimbap. I never had like a problem with it. I don't think I've ever dared bring kimchi to school, so maybe that's why. I do remember it was like a party. From wherever you're from, you're supposed to bring a dish. You go around, you try everyone's food. So I asked my mom to buy top, which are like rice cakes, and she got the like variety pack. There's like really dark green ones, there's like weird purple looking ones, you know, there's pink, white, you know, all that. So people were very skeptical, and I ended up taking like 80% of it back home. There must have been somebody next to me, like a parent that was helping, like volunteering, serving or something. And she was just like, "What's in this?" "Oh, it's like sesame paste." And she was like, "What? Like sesame seeds or something?" And I was like, "Yeah, like it's a little sweet." And she's like, "Oh." And she just like put it back. And I was like,
oh, in that moment.
yeah,
my heart was
it was
shattered.
weird to me. Because on top of that, like who put something back?
Right, yeah, even that actually.
Like,
So,
yeah,
how
that-
rude.
Yeah.
You better eat it. See, these are like the weird memories that other people will never remember they ever did.
Right.
But it's like burned in our memory forever.
The earliest person I've like an Asian person I've seen on television must have been Brenda Song, and it was from The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
I was gonna say Mulan, like the cartoon, but definitely Brenda Song. Yeah,
That was
for
like
bringing that up. I actually forgot. I love her. So happy to see her on TV, but she played an airhead character, which
I kind of appreciated it because then the other character, Ashley Tisdale, she was a blonde.
Yeah,
So it's kind of funny that they switched their roles and had them be best friends and stuff. So I really liked that.
Yeah.
But I did grow up watching like the Jackie Chan Adventures, Shaolin Showdown. You know,
all these karate themed things.
Yeah, of course, it's gotta be, right? I never thought to relate to it until I saw Brenda Song. Like, that seemed different. That seems like she's a woman and she's Asian.
Wow, thank you, Brenda Song.
Yes.
But now it's different though with Asian representation.
Oh yeah.
It's still not fully there, I feel.
Right.
But it's different now, so there's been progress.
Right. Crazy Rich Asians. Of course, they have to have an Asian cast. But
Right. And in the theaters too. Never thought I would like, go to the theater to watch an Asian movie.
Oh my gosh. And like I don't like crying in public, but that movie made me cry like 7 times.
Really? I never cried. I can't cry no matter how hard I try for that movie. I think because it's too predictable.
Oh.
And I hate cliches, kind of.
I don't watch enough of that kind of movie.
I think I do.
So, okay. So you've numbed yourself.
It has to be amazing or I won't shed a tear. Obviously, the major career paths that Asian parents kind of want us to take are medical, law, business, finance.
Definitely.
Yeah. Or like computer programming now. That's the new good one.
Right.
I think it's like those top 4. Anything else?
But like it took until like the last decade for them to acknowledge that it's a good. Because otherwise, it's like, what are you doing on the computer?
Yeah,
just
off the computer.
Like, right? I think I turned out to be like the absolute worst Asian child. So first of all, like I'm a baker. Has to work in a hot kitchen. For some reason, like my mom and dad and aunt and uncles are like, why would you want to work in a hot kitchen? You know, I'm like, because I like it. I don't know.
Also, just wanted to point out that the opinions of other family members always come into. It's not just mom and dad.
Oh yeah, never.
Aunt, uncle, like
It's
everyone.
The whole family. I like constantly dyed my hair before. I have like 8 tattoos. Whatever my mom pictured me as, I complete opposite. It's not even like rebellion. It's just who I want to be.
I feel like at one point our parents have to accept it. You know? Yeah, at the end of the day, none of that should matter. Just like how good of a person you are. That's
Exactly.
the only thing that really matters.
You know, I want to be the best me I can be. You know?
And she is.
I just yeah, knocked all the words out of my head.
We can move on.
Now tell me about yours.
Asian Americans kind of being the model minority. But there's always a standard, kind of, that we have to live up to. But I've also not hit the standards that my parents wanted me to, especially for career. I didn't go into any of those 4 realms either. But at that point, it's like they accept it. Did you go to weekend schools too?
I definitely did.
Yeah, prep school.
Yeah, SAT prep and all that.
Oh my god. It just throws me back to every Saturday. It's like we go to school twice.
Exactly.
It's the whole day type of thing. Even worse than regular school.
And they still give you grades there, so you have 2 report cards to worry about. Like, oh my gosh.
It's terrible. At my prep school, they would put the grades up like in public.
Oh,
Honestly, standardized tests are just not really a measure of anything.
Right? As soon as you graduate, you have no GPA anyways.
Exactly. Life is so confusing after that. Like growing up Asian, and then it's like there's such a heavy emphasis on grades. It's like I'm working my whole life for a grade and for a certain score, and then after all that, it's like, what am I working for? I guess the higher salary, then that gets translated to salary.
I almost wish like my parents exercised the fact that like you don't have to be this. You don't have to truly be stressed about certain grades. I don't want to be a hypocrite. I think like when I have children, I will want them to do like, you know, good in school. I really don't think I'm gonna put as much pressure on them as much as like my own mom did. SAT prep days. I remember I took it with my brother. She pushed it onto us so aggressively that it's almost like we both decided to rebel.
I mean, I think that applies to everything, kind of. If someone is too strict on you, that makes the person rebel more.
Right.
The whole idea of forbidden fruit, like that's more appealing.
Right. But honestly, I think your parents did a great job.
Oh no, another. Oh god. Thank you.
Yeah.
For me, that didn't exist. Dating was not a thing until college. I don't even know if it's because my parents or just my own.
Did they restrict you from it?
It was never a topic. It was never even like something that could even happen. But you know the whole thing with Asians, it's like you can't date, but then you better get married at a certain age.
Yeah. You know, when you're young, you're not really dating. You're just like, this is my boyfriend, you know? Like,
No, I wouldn't know.
Oh. The first ever boyfriend I've had, you know, we're children, so it's really not an official relationship, was probably in my 5th grade, and I didn't want to be in a relationship with him anymore. So I saw him giving a quarter to like another girl, and I basically, I was like, you cheated on me, just to get out of the relationship, I guess. I feel like my boyfriend currently is like the only true relationship I've ever had where like actual love. I've been with him for now like 6.5 years. When I told my father I was really serious with Brandon, he said I was tainting the family blood. If we ended up getting married, that I would ruin the lineage because we're like 100% Korean. I really don't understand the importance of it.
I don't either.
I want to understand where they're coming from. I wonder if it's just the way that they were raised.
I think so.
It would be great if my guy could support me. I want to support my guy too. You know, it's like, it doesn't even have to be a guy. Let's be real here, right? It can be a woman too. It doesn't matter. Like, if you're happy in a relationship and you support each other and you bring each other up, like, that's all that matters to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to be tainting the blood, but, like, it's just, I don't know. It's
complicated. There's different layers here.
We can definitely, like, dive deep on another episode.
It's like the iceberg, and then we're only at the tip of the iceberg here. Yeah. I'm glad for everything. Even the bullying, even the racist remarks on the playground. I'm glad for it, you know?
Yeah, honestly, it's shaped us to who we are now. Like,
ignore my stomach growling.
I feel like you're my best friend, dude. Like, I'm so happy at like how we turned out, despite whatever hardships. It's like we grew out of it or over it. I don't know if it's the proper way. Like,
we grew.
We took it and we made ourselves better with it. And my experiences have made me want to be better for other people. I feel like things just kind of fall into place and I like that.
That's amazing. It's a really positive note to end it on. Again, this is like a very broad topic and we know it's different for every culture too.
Okay, yep.
But this is just our personal experience.
Right.
Thank you so much for watching and thank you to Jordan for coming here today. And she brought a whole pie.
I am a baker. But honestly, thank you for having me. If you guys are feeling grateful, you should like, comment, subscribe. I honestly love every video that she's been pumping out and I know she takes a lot of time editing and I really appreciate it.
Thank you, I appreciate you. Of course.
I love ya.
Bye. Bye. Or empty cup.